Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to do a milk bath manicure. I did a set with these about 2 weeks ago and I had a lot of people that were really interested in learning how to create this look, so I'm excited to show it to you guys. To get started, I have my swatch that I've prepped with 2 coats of Emily by Revel Nail, and I'm just going to go straight into the milk bath and then kind of explain some things as I go along. So to get started, I'm going to take this Beetles foundation gel and I'm just going to do a little thin layer here on the swatch. I'm going to make that as precise and as smooth as you can get it. Now gel does self-level, but I always like to be as smooth as I can be when I'm doing these things. So now that I have my layer of gel, I'm just going to grab the biggest flower that I plan on using in my manicure today. I'm just going to place that right there in the middle. And sometimes they don't go all the way down, so you just kind of have to poke them down flat as best you can. That looks pretty good. And then we're just going to keep grabbing more flowers and sticking them down all over. The best part is that you really don't have to be super precise when you lay this down because it looks really good no matter how you do it. Some people of course have designs in place that they want to do, and that's the best part about gel, is it gives you the time to do that. There we go. Just going to grab a couple more pieces. Kind of lay those in there to fill them in. I really like using lots of small pieces of flour to kind of really give it that extra depth and dimension. Okay. Now you can see some of these pieces aren't lying completely flat, so what you'll want to do is just kind of poke them down into the gel as best you can. And if they don't lay completely flat, that's okay, but you do want to get them as flat as you can. There we go. Perfect. So next up is, I think the part that's trickiest for most people, is getting this covered up with your powder. So depending on how milky you want this actually to end up looking, you can either use all white or all clear or a combination of both. I like mine to be sort of milky but not super milky. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a ombre brush from Revel Nail. You can just use really any eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to lightly dust some Emily on top. Just remember, the more white powder you use, the milkier it's going to be. So if you want your flowers to really pop, don't use a ton of white powder. Kind of pipe that off. Next, I'm just going to take a good bit of Vivien. That's just a clear dip powder. You can use any clear, of course. Just really coat the nail in that clear powder. There we go. Just get a good coat on there. Perfect. Now I'm just going to kind of tap that off and see it's looking pretty good so far. Next up, I'm going to do another layer of the gel foundation, just the base coat. Kind of lightly run that over. Now, since we haven't cured yet, the flowers can still move around, so just I'm gonna be careful of that and watch where they're going. I do actually kind of like the way it looks when they kind of stack on top of each other too, though. All right. So now that we've done this, I'm just going to take my Vivien and just do one dip of clear powder. Once you've got your clear powder on, we're going to go ahead and cure this. Now the reason that I like to do this with a gel liquid instead of a regular base or dip liquid is that most dip liquids just dry way too quickly, even the slow drying ones. With gel, the benefit is that it doesn't dry until you actually cure it with the light, so you have a lot more freedom and ability to move those flowers around and just really get them where you want them to be. The beauty of a milk bath nail, I think, is that you can really incorporate it into a lot of manicures. So I haven't done a milk bath exactly with this set, but you can see that I've got some flowers on my accent nails that I've done this with the same method. All right, so now that it's cured, what we're going to do next is take our top gel coat, just do a nice thick layer of gel. There we go. And we'll go ahead and cure that for about 30 seconds. But yes, this is a really fun look because you can take any color of flowers, any color of leaves, and just really put that in there. I got my flowers off of Amazon, and I'll link to those in the description. But you could honestly just take any flowers that you've received and you kind of bouquets or anything from a special day. I've seen some people use wedding flowers for this, which I think is a really cute idea. And then any kind of sentimental flowers, you can save them, dry them, and wear them on your nails, which is awesome. Okay. So now that the first top coat is dried, I don't know if you can see it, but they're kind of lumpy. So what I'm gonna do to combat that is take my nail drill. I just have the regular Melody Susie drill from Amazon. I think it was about 15 bucks. You don't have to have anything super fancy, but I have it with the drill bit on there. It's kind of like a sanding bit. And I'm just gonna really go in and kind of sand that off. And that's why we do a thick layer of top coat first, just to make sure that we have a barrier between the flowers and the decorations and the drill. And this actually, I think, is the most important step when it comes to getting the really cool kind of suspended look. There we go. So then you just take that, and I always just kind of wipe it off with whatever I have handy. I'm just gonna use this paper towel here and wipe off that dust. And now I'm gonna take another layer of top coat and go in with that. That just brightens it right up. It's always kind of scary when you're using the drill at first because you're worried that you're going to drill off all of that hard work that you just did. But it actually turns out really, really cool looking. It really gives it, like I said, that suspended look. So it kind of makes people look at it and they're like, how in the world did you do that? And it's just a nice little trick of the trade. So while that's drying, you can think about all of the colors that you want to use in your manicure. This would look really good with, you know, purples, greens, pinks, really anything, but I just think it's just the most perfect look for springtime. Perfect. And there you have it. These are our milk bath nails. Didn't take very long and the result is absolutely stunning. So y'all let me know what you think. Thanks.